Hey, this is Mech116 doing a video on my falconry history paper for my homeschool group that I did. Um, Falconry was the training of birds of prey to hunt for food, and eventually it became a really competitive sport. Huns or Muslims brought falconry to England before Shakespeare's time. Hawks were so valuable that they were used as currency. They were imported from all over the world to England. Who practiced falconry? For many years, only the king and other members of the royal family and knights could practice falconry. By law, a commoner using falconry could be fined, imprisoned, beaten, or put to death. At some point, the laws were changed to allow commoners to practice falconry to only get food. Shakespeare frequently referenced to big or large birds of prey. No one knows whether his extensive knowledge came from personal experience, observation of falconry being practiced, or intense research. Kind of like what I've done. How were these birds? Sorry. How were these birds trained? The bird was captured while young so it could be more easily trained. A shortened rope or tether fastened to the hawk's feet allowed the bird to get water and to perch. It couldn't fly away. The falconer gradually lengthened the tether or rope so that the bird had to work for its food. He trained the hawk to land on his leather glove, which covered his arm from hand to elbow. The reason that they made this glove is because the talons on the hawk's feet and beak, and the hawk's beak, could not penetrate the arm and cause you to bleed. And also another reason they have the glove is because whenever they feed the hawk, they have the meat between their thumb and finger, and the hawk pecks at it, and if it got the person's hand, it would think it's meat too and start eating off of that. But with a glove, you wouldn't feel it that much, and the bird could not penetrate through your glove. When the falconer released the raptor from the longest tether, he would put the bird on a perch, stand a distance away, then call the bird to come. There was a lot of trust in this moment. The bird, even though it was trained, could choose to stay on the perch, go to its master, or just fly away. And all the months and years of training with that bird would go to waste. The hawk was trained to come to a whistle, which the falconer wore around his neck. Some hawks were trained to come to the sound of their master's voice. If a hawk didn't come when it called or misbehaved, it was it was starved into submission. The falcon wore a hood over its head to keep it calm and distracted whenever it was being moved from place to place. Just like in this photo. Fun fact: the starving to submission was used in a play by Shakespeare called Taming of the Shrew. Which raptors were used in falconry? The most common bird used was the peregrine falcon. However, because the peregrine falcon was most of the time unreliable to get the master's food or for training for a competitive sport, other birds of prey were used. Among these were the Lanner falcon, the Saker falcon, European kestrel, and the Merlin falcon. The Merlin falcon, one of the smallest falcons, was favored by women back in the day because a smaller bird for their gentle fist. Because I don't think you want to have a huge hawk on your tiny little fist, and it would also overpower your arm. In addition to falcons, eagles were. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I was making sure I didn't. In addition to falcons and eagles, hawks were used. Some of the most common hawks were the goshawk, the red-tailed hawk, and the sharp-shinned hawk. Other raptors were used in falconry were osprey, European eagle owl, great horned owl, and the barn owl. Fun and interesting fact: as a leader, you would not, and look, not is in capital letters, not want to get a dead owl in a box. This was a very bad omen. The message was clear: either you change your ways, let another person take your place, or you will die. Oh, this is a funny story. So, about a leader who did not listen. I forget the leader's name, but he was a corrupt leader, and when he got the bad omen, he took the box with the dead owl inside, went outside and burnt it. He burnt the box with that owl in it, and the people who sent him the box were walking past his estate. When they saw that, they rigged his front door to wherever he opened it, his head would be crushed by like an anvil. That didn't go well for him, so don't be like that idiot. Hey, and we should also use that for our corrupt leaders right now. Fun fact. This is another fun fact. In battle, the raptor would swoop down from great heights, attacking enemies of the night. A poorly made helmet, or lack thereof, could prove to be fatal. Rip. The knight cared deeply for his hawk. It was a special bond between a falcon and its master. If the knight thought he would die in battle, he would release his hawk to fend for itself in the woods or in the surrounding area. It was also shown as defiance that the knight did not fear death. It would also make the enemy of the knight scared because he is not afraid to die. If the knight survived, he would call for his hawk, and the hawk would come. In the battle, when the falcon or the raptor, whatever you want to call it, flew down, it would attack with its talons or its beak and hit for the neck or the temple or the top of the head. I've been asked the question, would the hawk die from doing this attack? It would most likely not, because how peregrine falcons and, if I'm correct, other known birds of prey, how they do the power dive and hit the prey and stun it and then or kill it. If they're going from the same height and hitting a bird that's twice their size, like a huge goose, it would do the same damage to a human being on the ground and still not get injured. Also, fun fact about eagles, especially like the golden eagle, it was considered a messenger from the gods because it could fly between the three realms, the underworld, the mortal world, and the I forget what they call the heavens. But since it could fly really high, the golden eagle and the bald eagle are the only birds that can, probably the osprey. Those three are the only ones that could fly the immeasurable heights. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you guys like the video. I'm sorry it's kind of that it's long. You guys take care and God bless. I'm back at 116 out.